Reporters left stunned after Bloc leaders brutally reacts to Liberal suggestion. In a dramatic turn of events following a razor-thin election result in the Quebec riding of Terrebonne, Bloc Québécois leader Yves-François Blanchet has taken a bold stand against the Liberal Party's Marc Carney. The Bloc's decision to contest the election results after losing by just one vote has sent shockwaves through the political landscape, leaving reporters and political analysts stunned. This unprecedented move raises significant questions about electoral integrity and the implications for Canadian democracy. The controversy erupted when Elections Canada confirmed that 5 mail-in ballots arrived late due to a misprinted postal code on the return envelopes, an error attributed to Elections Canada itself. This misstep has led the Bloc to argue that the integrity of the election was compromised. Blanchet, flanked by candidate Nathalie Sinclair-Desgagné and MP Christine Normandin, held a press conference to announce their legal challenge, asserting that the mishandling of ballots could have altered the election's outcome. The Bloc is adamant that every vote counts and that this situation demands immediate attention. Blanchet emphasized that this challenge is not merely a reaction to losing but a necessary step to uphold electoral fairness. He stated, "There's a law. It appears clear. We have a case. We go forward because we want this election to be held properly." This assertion highlights the Bloc's commitment to ensuring that the electoral process remains transparent and just. The stakes are high, and the party believes that allowing such errors to go unchallenged would undermine public trust in the electoral system. The legal grounds for the Bloc's challenge are firmly rooted in Section 524 of the Canada Elections Act, which permits candidates or eligible electors to contest election results based on irregularities that could affect the outcome. The Bloc argues that the late ballots were the result of an error by Elections Canada, a point that could significantly strengthen their case. This legal framework is crucial, as it outlines the parameters within which the Bloc can contest the election results without appearing to undermine the democratic process itself. Sinclair-Desgagné's emotional journey throughout this election cycle has been particularly tumultuous. Initially declared the winner on election night, she experienced a whirlwind of emotions when a validation count later confirmed her victory, only to have the outcome reversed by an automatic judicial recount. This recount, mandated due to the razor-thin margin, ultimately declared the Liberal candidate the victor by a single vote. The roller coaster of emotions not only illustrates the personal stakes involved but also underscores the fragility of electoral outcomes. The media landscape surrounding this contentious election has been equally charged. Reporters have expressed confusion regarding the legal and procedural nuances of the Bloc's challenge. Blanchet's visible frustration at the press conference reflected a broader concern that the media may not fully grasp the implications of their legal actions. When asked whether the recount had been conducted by Elections Canada, Blanchet curtly responded, "The judge made the recount," emphasizing that this was a judicial review, not an administrative one. His insistence on clarity reveals the importance of media coverage in shaping public perception. In the realm of political rivalry, the Liberal Party, under the leadership of Marc Carney, faces significant scrutiny as the Bloc's challenge raises questions about the electoral process's legitimacy. Carney, who has positioned himself as a reformer, must navigate the fallout from this situation carefully. His administration's handling of the election process is now under the microscope, and any misstep could have lasting repercussions for his leadership. The pressure is on Carney to respond effectively to the Bloc's claims while maintaining the integrity of his party. Meanwhile, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre has seized the opportunity to criticize the Liberals, suggesting that the situation reflects poorly on their governance. Poilievre's comments highlight the ongoing rivalry between the parties, as he positions himself as a champion of electoral integrity and accountability. His intervention adds another layer of complexity to the political landscape, as he seeks to capitalize on the Bloc's challenge to bolster his own party's standing. The interplay between these leaders will shape the narrative as the situation unfolds. Critics of the Bloc's legal challenge argue that it could set a dangerous precedent, suggesting that parties might refuse to accept election outcomes when they lose. This perspective raises the question of whether the Bloc's actions could undermine public confidence in the electoral process. However, Blanchet firmly rejected this notion, stating that their actions are about ensuring fairness rather than rejecting the democratic process outright. He emphasized that the case is not about dissatisfaction with the results, but about holding Elections Canada accountable for its mistakes. Blanchet's strong stance against misinformation circulating online further underscores his commitment to clarity and transparency. He asserted, I do not give a damn about misinformation. The situation is quite clear. This declaration reinforces the Bloc's position that their challenge is rooted in a desire for a fair electoral process. By addressing misinformation head-on, Blanchet aims to quell any doubts about the legitimacy of their claims and solidify public support for their cause. As the Bloc Québécois moves forward with its legal challenge, the implications for Canadian democracy are significant. The situation in Terrebonne serves as a reminder of the importance of electoral integrity and the lengths to which parties will go to ensure that every vote is counted. The legal proceedings will not only determine the fate of the election results, but also set a precedent for how future electoral disputes are handled in Canada. The outcomes could redefine the relationship between political parties and the electoral process. The unfolding drama in Terrebonne not only highlights the contentious nature of Canadian politics, but also raises critical questions about the electoral process and the responsibilities of electoral bodies. As the Bloc seeks to uphold the law, the broader implications for democracy in Canada remain to be seen. The legal challenge could either reinforce public trust in the electoral system or contribute to a growing skepticism about its fairness. The stakes are high, and the resolution of this situation will likely resonate far beyond the riding of Terrebonne. Ultimately, the ongoing saga surrounding the election in Terrebonne encapsulates the complexities of Canadian democracy. As politicians navigate their responses and the legal system takes its course, the eyes of the nation will be on them. The resolution of this challenge will not only affect the immediate political landscape, but will also shape the future of electoral integrity in Canada, ensuring that every vote truly counts. In the face of such challenges, the commitment to a fair and transparent electoral process is more crucial than ever.